Welcome back to Adam Douglas Drives. Today we're doing our final installment of the Mini Challenge. This is where we take a Mini of some version and drive it around the Brand Htach Indy layout. So far we've gone around in Gran Turismo Sport with the base Mini. We've gone around with the racier Gran Turismo Sport Mini. That was the Clubman V Gran Turismo or something like that. We've gone around in AMS1, AMS2 and Project Cars 2. The goal of this originally was to see what drives like Gran Turismo Sport. For those of you that wanted to switch over, try something on a PC or just a different game, what's most going to scratch that Gran Turismo Sport itch? What we've found so far is that none of them really line up. The best we've had line up in terms of times, we had, I'm just having a look up here, we had the Project Cars 2 thing. It was some kind of rallycross feeling thing. Lined up fairly well with the race kind of pace of the Mini. And we had Automobilista 1's base Mini, except I think it's really meant to be more like the same Mini Challenge JCW thing that we drove in AMS2. Lined up pretty closely in terms of time with the base Mini in Gran Turismo Sport. AMS2, I was considerably faster than AMS1, but that was also meant to be the JCW thing, I think. So maybe I'm just bad at AMS1. So today, we're trying out Assetto Corsa. Not Competizione, just Assetto Corsa. We have a mod for a JCW Challenge Mini or Mini Challenge car. Details of that mod will be down here. And we've gone and got the Dream Pack 3. So that gives you Brand Htach and Brand Htach Indy. So we now have everything we need to take the final trial out. So let's do that now. Right, well here we are in AC, Assetto Corsa, in the JCW Mini at Brand Htach Indy. The deal, as we leave the pit lane, 5 laps. See what our best possible time is. Now I did do a bit of lapping earlier just to get a feel of this sim car. While we're driving, we'll talk about some of that. That ain't it. Heck. Clearly a faster car than the base Mini. You hear it popping and burbling away back there. I've turned off traction control entirely and stability control. And I've turned off auto gears, obviously. I say obviously, you can't see that, it's obvious. And here we go, this is lap 1, through paddock, to Druids. Brakes. Graham Hill, no, that ain't, should be a circuit corner, try them. I've turned off, or penalties were off by default, so I'm not going to be commenting on what penalties are like in terms of stiffness of or harshness of the penalty. Alright, so this lap is pretty garbage. Not getting that downshift over speed that I get from a lot of games in this, which is kind of nice. Forgetting what gear I was in. It's okay. Did 55 last lap. that's definitely a third gear corner. By the racing line, I'm definitely too late on the brakes into Brand Hill. It's okay, it's not too bad. So apart from that the force feedback is heavier than it is on the PlayStation, this feels pretty similar. Like you can extend definitely the braking zone into paddock. Ease up there. Penalty. Grand Turismo Sport for that. Fairly warm at this point. Laps yet? Probably is. Just going to drive it around to the pits, I think. So yeah, this feels a lot like Gran Turismo Sport. It just feels maybe a bit less punishing. Some of the things. I'm going to try one other thing. That is what happens when Alright, so you don't bounce quite so hard off the limiter, you just kind of hold your speed, which is nice. Which is also good to know. Again, visually this is pretty nice looking, pretty gorge. I think maybe Project Cars 2 looks a little bit nicer, maybe. Also worth remembering that this is a mod for a Mini. So let's see how we went in terms of times. So there you go. That's the entire challenge, the entire comparison thing completed. As I've said during this video, during other videos, a lot of these cars are not the same. So the JCW Mini Challenge car is notionally the same between AMS2, I guess it's supposed to be the same for Assetto Corsa, where it's a mod. Keep that in mind. It's not official, content from Kunos. It should be the same, I think, as what's meant to be in AMS 1, and I did say that I thought I'd probably be able to knock about 4 seconds off of that time, which puts me in the AMS 2 kind of realms of where I thought I'd get to if I actually button down and learn the sim. That's nowhere near the racy mini, the Clubman v Gran Turismo thing, whatever it was, from Gran Turismo Sport. It still smashes the base 2005 mini from Gran Turismo Sport, and it's nowhere near that Rally Cross. I think it was a Clubman from Project Cars 2. So I think there's essentially 3 tiers of car that we've driven here. There's the base mini in Gran Turismo, then there's the JCW Mini Challenge thing, and then there's the Club Sport thing at the top. They're not all the same car. They drive differently in every sim a little bit. I think if you're talking about similarities of sim, I would say Assetto Corsa is the closest thing to Gran Turismo Sport in terms of how it feels, knowing what you're to expect from your brakes and that kind of thing. I would say Assetto Corsa is the game for anyone coming from Gran Turismo Sport looking for that step into a more realistic world on PC. Assetto Corsa, I believe, was available on console. Competizione definitely is, so worth having a look. If you're a fan of some of these other games, if you're a fan of Automobilista, Automobilista 2, Project Cars 2, and you disagree with what I'm saying, that's perfectly okay. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think is wrong with it. But that's how I think it goes. I think Assetto Corsa is the closest game to Gran Turismo Sport that I have driven in this challenge. I think we'll definitely come back and try this with some other cars. Probably something that's a stock car that they all have, that's all not a mod, that's just in the game, and we'll try it again and see how we go. If you've enjoyed this, we love a like, comment, subscribe. If you don't want to do that, hey, that's fine. If you didn't like it, drop that thumbs down, that's fine. Until next time, stay safe. See you later.